and now we have Karkasaurus. Everyone knows Karkasaurus. It's honestly shocking if you don't. Anyone that doesn't know you, who are you?
We are Kark and Pee-wee. We used to be DJs, and now we also do terrible live things as well.
Yeah, so Karkasaurus comes from Kark. My nickname, Pee-wee, doesn't work, so you've got my love of dinosaurs. So that's the Saurus.
Yeah, Kark-wee and P-Kark were terrible names for a back-to-back act. So
yeah, we've combined the two, and yeah, it's been flying. Well, we said one show, and
we kept getting booked for the same gigs over and over again. So we should do a back-to-back together. That'd be good fun. So we did it for our mate Ella in Bristol for Chronology. So yeah, we'll do a headline, the two of us for an hour, and that was it. That'll be once, and then it was, when are you doing that again?
Well, the dinosaur thing has certainly worked out for you, honestly.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, who needs talent when you've got inflatable dinosaurs?
I was going to say, yeah, they are absolutely wonderful, the people who dress up. We do have our resident dinosaurs who come out time after time again, and we're always forever grateful for them, and tested a fantastic job for them during Resistance for actually herding everyone, and they aren't the easiest to see out of. So,
did you see videos of what happened during Charlie's set with the inflatable dinosaur?
I did have to go rescue the dinosaur at one point for our inflatable dinosaur. I thought he'd probably jumped around a little bit too much.
Yeah, I was looking at those lights on the ceiling like, oh.
Yeah, it was quite good fun. I was like, everyone's having a lot of fun. I was like, but a couple of minutes, I'm like, no, I think that's enough with the dinosaur.
He's sat beside the big cancer stall now, and he's feeling a little bit worse for wear. I think we look pretty much identical when I came in this morning, to be fair.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, tell us where the whole Eurotanz thing has come from.
So, we I think a couple of years ago, just after Tanz, I went back and I made a really silly remix of Baby Boys Up and Down with Tanz lyrics over it. I kind of like had this mashup, and then suddenly thought, it'd be really funny if maybe we could break get Tanz to do it live at a point. And then we kind of thought, we could do a mashup set. We'll get people like almost a super group, so we could get like Matt to do something, someone else to do something, and then I think it sort of ended up thinking, actually, let's produce all our own music. We went to Lake with the idea.
Expecting a no.
He said maybe, and then we came back 2 months later and go ahead.
At which point we bricked it and realised we had to produce 45 minutes of live music, which is something we've never done together. I've done various bits of live stuff with other acts, but never the whole production. Which has been hard work, but a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and like my experience from production isn't great. Well, I basically learned it, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of did music tech back in college, and I've been using computer music, the W stuff for years and years, and people just come out of nowhere with it and just learned and picked it up. And we're at the point now where most of what we do is I'll work on composition and that side of the track, and then hand it over to Pee-wee, who'll then work on the production and the sound to get the right vibe out of it.
So I do like the the sound, like the lead sounds, all the saws, all the self stuff in Serum really, and like often than not some of the kits, and then like you say, you do all the composition stuff. So it works really well because you'll often say, like from a DJ background, I'll often sometimes engineer a track to be played during a DJ set, and then you just kept going, but we're not doing a DJ set, we're playing it live.
Somebody has to listen to all of it rather than when we play a DJ set, you get a minute and a half of any track sort of thing at most. So it's different compositions and way to build the track out.
And like guitar side of thing, and where we're going to put that, and it was really. And then we had the idea of getting your brother involved as well for Tanz.
He's the talented one in the family.
It's been quite hard to narrow down what tracks to do in the space of 45 minutes.
I think we had about 4 extras that were at one point or another in and out of the set. And I think at the very last minute we decided we ended up with 45 minutes flat out music and decided that breathing might be a good idea. So there's one got dropped out kind of 3 weeks before when we had our one rehearsal with them.
Well, like years ago I talked to Andy from Five Diamond, they did their Blink 242 set, which was amazing. Absolutely
a lot of
amazing.
inspiration for what we were doing.
But I know that he was producing Down to the Wire. So for us to actually make more tracks than we actually needed to and have all the music wrapped up pretty much a month ago, and we've been solidly doing visual things, and just tinkering with engineering levels and stuff like that. But to actually have to be in the pleasure to think that we're actually going to drop these tracks and not play them. So we have got some more in the arsenal that we thought, we'll play at another point.
When you get booked for an hour or so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is it's definitely a hope. I think we would like to do it again. I think there's too much effort gone into it for it to be just a one-off. And we had so much fun doing it. A lot of fun.
And but I think the actual set list, the tracks sort of just come naturally, didn't they? We didn't really sit down and think, we're going to do Weather Girls, we're going to do this. They're just sort of just songs we liked.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think a lot of people were expecting the more sort of like stereotypical city songs. Like, obviously you put Venga Boys in. You can't not. You both have made Venga Boys the most goth band on the planet. It's your fault.
Yeah,
I can't take all the credit. I think the Jerusalem only has to take a lot of credit for that and the doof.
And then we had Antibody on stage as well, who did his various Venga project. But no, like Venga Boys genuinely are one of my favourite bands. So we aren't playing them just because, I genuinely love the Venga Boys.
Yeah, we saw them at Western Supermare on the beach with kind of Cascada and Sash and all sorts, and it was actually one of the best live shows I've ever seen. They are incredibly good. It's very silly, it's ridiculous, but they actually put so much work and effort and talent into their live work.
And people do ask us, when are we going to book them? We did try. Lots.
I mean, they're still playing massive shows.
Yeah, we had a big venue, and then they announced a gig 2 weeks in London as well. We were like, no, we can't book them, and then another gig do the same in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So that was actually the only reason for doing it. But
One day.
They are getting on a bit, but we might make it work.
Nice. Okay. So personally, who were you both most looking forward to see this weekend?
Nevada Hardware.
Yeah, that was one of my. I had actually not listened to it yet, and kind of Simon and Paul, especially on the Beat Cancer team, were like, Nevada Hardware. So I saved it because I really love getting to experience a band for the first time live, and it blew my mind. My partner called me at one point just zoned. I was just realised I should be moving. And just blew me away.
So yeah, obviously most people know us as Karkasaurus, but we're also Beat Cancer. So I did actually try and book them for Beat Cancer. So when I messaged their agent, I knew that they had multiple offers in the UK, and when I just messaged them back and went, if one of them is Tanz, take the Tanz booking. And we left it at that. And so I kind of knew they were booked well before. And I've been excited about it for quite a while. But other acts, well, we were on the lineup with Christian from Resistanz over in Germany recently. I love Resistanz music, so it's really good to Christian. So, yeah, I've got to say, like, the lineup is fantastic. Like, Leighton always does a really good job. There's many people on here that, like, it's Sunday today, like, Lick just played. I had no idea who they were, but they were fantastic. They were really good, like bouncy energy. Yeah, loved them. So
Really
we're always
enjoyed
discovering
the
stuff.
as well.
Really
last
well.
night was great fun.
So yeah, it's been fantastic, and you know, I've been coming to Tanz since 2012. I've not missed one since then. So it's a big part of us lives. You know, it isn't like it's a festival that we just happen to be booked here.
Yeah, this is kind of this is an Infest that kind of homes to us. I've been going to Infest since I was 18, Tanz since the very first Tanz, and it was a dream to get up on that stage and do live on that stage. So.
Yeah, like it.
I'm still a bit shell shocked.
Yeah, still, you know, after coming here every single year, finally then, like when the first Tanz came around, I wasn't a DJ. I barely liked music, which is. I didn't even know the industrial scene when I came to the first one. So that was my eye opener to this scene, and it's kind of been a big part of my life ever since. So
14 years later.
yeah,
Here we are now.
it's crazy to be like, you know, playing the main stage, but also we can't, without being big-headed in a way, we can't actually go anywhere here without people not knowing who we are. Like it's like everywhere we go, it's like hello, yeah, you know, which it's lovely. It's absolutely, I love it.
That's this scene really. It is such a kind of welcoming scene, and it's something that I've always loved. Is the way that if you want to get involved in doing something, I think you're a prime example of that as well. If you want to get involved and be part of the scene kind of opens to that. Because you've got a little niche or something. Yeah, there we go. Platform. People like Leighton will go, yeah, you've never done this before, but we'll give you a go. And kind of goes out of its way to bring other flavours into the festival, so it's not just 40 floor EDM and this and that and the other. This kind of
Yeah, and we try our best to stick with that as well. You know, we've learned from watching like the festivals with Big Cancer, sort of, you know, like we've got a brand new CD out, buy it. But like we've got a lot of artists on there who, you know, just come out of nowhere and they're just starting their project. And like we've got a lot of established acts who have been going 30 years, but it's really nice to, from our position, to be able to give somebody a chance to play on the stage as well. And that, you know, we really do try hard when we put together a lineup to think, you know, create the event, showcase new talent, and do this. But you know, the first step of that is contacting us. If we don't know who you are, we won't book you. So do reach out, say hello to us. And yeah, if you think you come along to Resistance in the future, just book a ticket. Just come along. You'll walk in, and you'll instantly make friends.
Very much true. And with you mentioning the album now, I'm a little bit surprised you didn't play the single that you put on the album.
Yeah, so the whole point of Eurotanz was that it was covers, and yes, we did put together an original track for the CD. It just didn't feel like it was part of the Eurotanz brief.
Yes, too like basic, wasn't it? I suppose. Yeah.
I think there's scope for doing more kind of live PA work, kind of with other Karkasaurus tracks as we produce more in the future. I think this is we've kind of got into the swing of how we work in the studio now, or the studios each side of the country sort of thing.
Yeah, we still.
So I think that sort of stuff will start coming into some other sort of shows later down the line, hopefully.
Because I think that's what also people don't realise. We actually live 4 hours apart. So
there's no practice.
There's no jumping in, just easily jumping in the studio. It all is done over Google Drive. Same level project. You can open it up, I can open it up, and just done over WhatsApp mostly, to be honest. So I think we did 1 studio day, didn't we?
Yeah,
in person.
Yeah. And covers wise, then, if you could cover any song, you didn't have to worry about any copyright, what would it be?
Well, there was 1 song that I wanted to do, and you said no. You remember what it was?
No, what was that?
It wasn't actually, and it didn't fit the brief. But I actually really wanted to do Diggy Diggy Hole by
Oh,
and I thought having lots of like fake pickaxes on stage and doing Diggy Diggy Hole would have been really fun. But
Please do that.
I definitely want to do it, and I think there is one of the things that's ticking in my mind is the idea of kind of a metal and goth covers, like our style, but things like Mr. Sisters of Mercy, Diggy Diggy Hole. See just how many goth tears we can make.
Yeah, we've got loads of ideas floating around, but yeah.
Karkasaurus presents Goth Dance.
Yeah.
I think people always there's a few things that people will expect. I don't think they expected that, so we kept it really quite secret.
And very much on track, speaking to you then, because a couple of silly questions I asked all about so far this year. Because whenever I ask friends for suggestions of questions, it's usually quite normal. But this year it was a bit silly. So Garlic Bread has asked every band, what's your favourite dinosaur?
The one at the minute that's well, to be honest, I love all dinosaurs. Allosaurus, really, really funky at the minute. That's kind of my flavour of the week. So yeah, go check it out. It's got a cool name.
Spitty Venom one in Jurassic Park. It's probably no real dinosaur, but I love it.
It is. You're not the first one to mention it.
Is it?
Yeah, no one can remember the name.
But
as you tell, he's the expert on the dinosaurs.
Well, I still love the fact that actually a Stegosaurus and a T-Rex are further apart in history than T-Rex and the iPhone.
Oh yeah,
It's like Jurassic Park doesn't make any sense. They're from 350 million years apart. But,
yeah. And another silly question is, what's the nicest public toilet you've ever been to? Asked Taz.
Nicest public toilet I've ever been to.
not really public, but I went to a very, very fancy one in Dubai last year.
In Dubai?
In Dubai, yeah. They had someone who greeted me at the door of the, and then walked me in and showed me their place. It was very fancy. It was ridiculous.
I'm not sure if it counts, but there is in Newcastle. There's a fantastic cocktail bar in an old public toilet. Okay, you go down a set of stairs into what used to be an old public toilet. That's this tiny, tiny cocktail bar. Can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but that's my favourite.
There's one here as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's called
Yeah.
Public. I
Yeah.
went to it there. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's also a small thing just in Wales that's now rave venue, 60 people. That looks good.
Rave toilet.
Yeah, it's basically a rave toilet. Yeah, silly ideas that might happen one day.
Okay. And a slightly more serious question from Hansa for every band is, apart from what you need on stage for your show, what are the 3 most important things you bring with you?
Just to a festival.
Yeah.
My comfy trousers for Sunday. The lightest trousers possible, because I'm so tired by Sunday. Yeah, comfy clothes for Sunday is my big one.
Yeah, I suppose that's very comfortable shoes. And this is a thing that I think all DJs will do. Carry a USB. You will go to a show, I don't know, I say when it's on scooter, we'll still pack a USB just in case they don't turn up and they actually need to grab us out the audience, because anyone got a USB and can fall in, you just do it. And actually, last year was the first year that's actually needed it.
Oh no, well, first year since USBs, I did years ago. I actually DJ Tanz on my own because one of the DJs that was meant to be in the second room got lost, ended up doing his set only on monitors that nobody could hear him elsewhere, and Leighton just grabbed me. He's like, right, go and do the thing. I'm like, okay. So all I had was 2 copies of the same Beat Cancer Volume 3, Tess's headphones, and a 4-pack of Red Stripe to open for Basilla.
Wow.
It was lovely, except I turned and offered him a beer, and he just pointed at his mask. Like, I'm drinking.
Yeah, backup music.
Yeah.
Even at a gig that we're not playing, we'll always have a USB with us.
Nice. Okay, good answers. What are your survival tips for new people to festivals attending?
I think that the best piece of advice we've already touched upon is just come and talk to people. Like, we are friendly. If you come on your own, don't be afraid to join a group who, you know, just say hello.
Yeah, I think that this scene is very, very welcoming, and will look after you people and kind of show them the ropes and where you are. Also, hydrate. Come on, hydrate.
Yes, you know, this year I think last year as well, you can bring your own water bottle in. Yeah, it makes such a difference. So just keep drinking water. Yeah, fantastic.
I think breaks the ice is just saying, mind if I join you? So, yeah, right.
Yeah, and you know, they are a friendly bunch here. So yeah, if you're thinking about coming along, if you've seen like clips online, if you've done this, just buy your ticket for next year. Come along. So,
My first Infest, I went on my own, and didn't really know the industrial scene at all. And from there to here, that's just from sitting down with people in the bar and chatting to people. And I've had friends that I've now known for nearly 20 years or something, based on just turning up at a festival and say hi to people.
And as you've both been to so many resistances, what is it about Resistance that makes it stand out?
So I've always described Infest it's goth summer camp, but Resistance is like the biggest, loudest, dirtiest house party. It's just got this drive, even when you've got kind of more melodic shows going on during it. It's just got this kind of intensity and drive. I think
it also comes from the Cork sound system. There's something that just those bass bins put out so much noise. The Resistance does always feel like a little bit more just stompy, even like with dark wave acts and playing. It's just a different energy.
I've been down there in the pit, right in front of the bass bins for Men Maker is one of my most religious experiences, and I mean, we've had them over a couple of times. Guillaume is a lovely guy, and that was just beautiful.
But I also think it's Leighton's booking people that he loves, and you can tell the acts, like, there's some absolute curveballs in it. It was the year that on the night before he managed to get Kutski because somebody couldn't get into the country. And you know, like, for me, seeing a hard style lounge, like on here, I was having the best time of my life. It's my favourite club in London.
First time I ever heard hard dance was Leighton upstairs at first, Tanz, and I heard hard style. Oh, I like this.
Yeah,
and I was a bit like, I like industrial. I like things with melody. I don't really like dance music.
That is actually the one.
And then I was like, oh shit, no, I do like dance music.
That is actually the one thing. If you are listening to this, like, bring back the hardstyle form, because it was brilliant. So one thing I do miss from the old times, the upstairs hardstyle room on a Sunday. So some absolutely cracking acts in there.
Okay, and finally, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Thank you. Like, really, really, we do mean it. Like,
we are still astounded that we're getting to do this. I'd say it was a joke. It was a one-off joke. But it's nearly 10 years ago or something now. And to have been able to play both Infest and Tanz, but places like Ministry of Sound and stuff like that, and have these faces pop up in other scenes that will come and see us in something that's not their crowd, just means the world to us, I think.
Yeah, well, it really means the world, because we've now been flown to Germany, Sweden, no, but actually international. Like, you know, it's absolutely astounding to us that, you know, like,
just feel really privileged.
yeah, really privileged that people
also treat it as an art form as well, because it is a lot of work. We do put an awful amount of preparation into it.
And the appreciation people have shown for, especially the show yesterday, it's really kind of made my heart.
So yeah, thank you very much to everybody. Thank you for just buying our merch, sharing, even just even the kind words. Yeah, it means a lot.
Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your massive work on the Big Cancer Volume 4 CD as well, Curtis.
Little work I did, but yes, you're welcome. But yeah, thank you for chatting to me, and thank you everyone for watching.
Bye.